Aloha and good morning. Aloha kakahiaka from the north shore of Oahu. Check out that shot from the drone looking down at Rocky Point from Pipeline side where we are over here. You can see sunset up in the distance there. That mystical mist just making it a magical morning. Rocky Cannon along with Ezra Rodriguez right here bringing you a little live morning show at Pipeline. You know what? The Hui Backdoor Shootout was potentially going to be on today.
Yes,
but
it was.
There is some west wind on the way that's on the buoys, about 17 miles an hour. And rather than risk getting the day started and then having to shut it down because of a massive onshore wind that could potentially come, and you saw how bright the sun was and the land heats up.
Yes.
It really draws that sea breeze in with the convection. We use big words this morning. But so right now we are off for the day for the shootout. We got some updates for you with numbers, but also the free surf action this morning.
Yep.
While there's still some buttery conditions, it is heavy this morning.
Yes.
Saw guys get unbelievable donuts. Saw some pretty good barrels. Looks good fun out there as if you're a Pipeline charger. If not, stay comfortable right where you are. Watch it on surfline.com.
Yes, Pipeline isn't a joke. Pipeline is good today, but like Uncle Eddie, boss man, said, talking to his surfers, they had a big meeting this morning. It is a no-go because we are into the team event. It's a very prestige event. These teams are not only competing for the covenant title of the Hui Backdoor Shootout, they are competing for the individual too as well. Yeah, Rock?
Yeah, so two categories for surfers for, counting points, winning some prize money, team event, individual event. I'd like to say thank you to all of our sponsors.
Yes.
Keiki Bungalows right down the beach here. Check out keikibeach.com. The Hui Wax, some of the best stuff for your stick here in Hawaii. As we watch
Benji
one of our
Brand
free surfers,
like.
that's Benji Brandt. Nice call, Ez.
Beautiful.
Very well could be. Had a little flashback of a Kalani Chapman looking kind of action, but
big time. This guy's segment in Snap 4, which Snap 4 has a team. I mean, Benji Brandt starts off that flick, and I know we were talking Rock. You got to watch Snap 4, Rock.
I got to get on it. Mahalo to the Odom Corporation while we have a few seconds here watching that packed Pipeline lineup. But Sinaloa, Aloha Salads, Body Armor, Kona Brewing, Monster Energy, Defend Hawaii, Oahu Golf Apparel, Himiko Organic, Kenui Kitchen, Konos Hawaii, Pupukea Grill, and Two Thumbs Tattoo Hawaii.
Yeah, check out this Oahu Golf Apparel.
That's what we were sporting when you saw us on camera. Super comfy.
Yes.
So a little bit about the dynamics of the pipe lineup as we check out another beautiful morning drone shot. I mean,
gorgeous.
We got so much surf on the way. And you check out your Surfline forecast, and they've been calling it from, the previous days just to be ready for swell after swell after swell. Unfortunately, this one could have that wind that's approaching. So we're watching a backhand surfer at pipe, getting one on the inside.
Worth a take, Rock. You never know what you can get on that inside throater.
And look how tightly packed everybody is. I mean, the wave itself is tough to surf, obviously, and it's one of the most tricky, dangerous waves in the world. But then you got to worry about everybody around you.
Yes.
And it just adds a whole nother layer
it's intimidating.
of a variable out there. And it's intimidating. You got to be aggressive, but no pick and choose, where you can be aggressive because the pecking order is real.
Oh, yeah. Iconic surfers left to right.
And the slaps are real sometimes.
Oh, big time.
You get the
Let's never forget the traditional open hand slap, Rock.
Yeah.
I still think it should be implemented in things today, just respectably.
Yeah, physical discipline, being parents and growing up, especially us, knucklehead boys sometimes. There's nothing that gets your attention and redirects your current path to the correct path. That could be the wrong path. So just to smack you back on track.
Oh, yeah. It's very dangerous out there. So, a smack is PG-13 to Pipeline, bro.
Yeah. Very well put. So we got some scores to update you guys on. We had 2 rounds of competition already. We had our stand-up paddle final already surfed and our longboard final as we see somebody sneak into a pipe barrel and get out. That was well done on a wave that was further on the inside on that ledge.
Looks like a younger man surfing on the inside of that crowded pack, and
Yeah.
everybody can learn. I've learned from my old age, Rock. Sometimes we always want to dominate the peak, be out there with our brothers and stuff. But what happens inside of us is, I mean, you know, inside, here we go.
Another nice little pipe
and he
barrel.
sneaks out there, Rock.
Yeah, the helmeted surfer.
That is one of our Japanese surfers because I recognize the helmet and the yellow upon his wetsuit. That he's surfing for the Hui Wax Japan.
Yeah, Team Hui Japan. They've actually put together a pretty decent total of points. They've got
Really good
95
team.
points as a team right now. But I know all of you would like to know who is currently in the lead. We're going to watch this wave real quick here. That looks like Kala Grace.
Kala Grace.
Derek Ho airbrush. Oh, man, so close.
This guy always was on scene, but the last 3 years I've been watching him, and he's just been packing some bombs. Uncle D, we love you and miss you, buddy. You're definitely here with all of your nephews and nieces today, watching over them.
Well, so our team that's in the lead is surfing with 101.5 points. Those are all of the top 4 waves from each surfer added together, and that is Team Florence.
Team Florence.
John leading the charge with a 10, an 8.5, and a 9, and then his 4th score is a 4-point ride, so he'll like to improve on that. But that is the team that is in front right now, and just behind them with 101 points, so 0.5 differential from first and second right now.
So Team Snapped, you got Mason Ho, Benji Brand that opened up our free surf show this morning, Baron Mamiya, Parker Coffin, and Ethan Osborne. Yeah,
so we saw 4 of those surfers competing, and Mason leading the way with a 9.5 and then 3.85. So Mr. Consistency has been Mason Ho. And right now, I think looking at it, he's got the individual lead because he's got 35 total points for himself. The next surfer behind him has 31.5 as we see a huge backdoor bomb.
Wow.
Just run away from one of our free surf.
Yes, following behind Mace, like you were saying. Good eye, Rock. Looks like John Florence with that couple of 10s that he scored on the first day and the second day of his performance is almost right behind Mason for the individual.
Yeah, so Mason in first, John in second. We'll just kind of round out the top 4 here. So with 32, it is Zeke Lau who is in second behind Mason. 32.5, and we've just got like
I remember that performance, Rock.
Chart of numbers here, but Zeke Lau has a 10, 8.5, 8, and a 6 for
very entertaining. And
32.5.
he was just racking the back door. He also got a great score, I believe. One of those 8s were on the left.
Yeah,
he got
that
spit out of that thing.
So it is, we'll give you the top 4 right now for the individual. Mason, Zeke, then John, and got a couple of guys right around that 26-point range, and it'll be 26.5. It'll be Ryaru Ito from Team Japan. Eli Olsen's got 29.5. We're looking at a lot of numbers here, and they're in no particular order. 29.5 Eli, so 2.95s.
2.95s. That's a good hand for his team, and plus, you're on the Florence team.
Almost like you're holding. It's like pipeline poker. It's like, what are you holding?
Yep,
I'm holding a couple 9.5s.
Exactly.
Got a 6.5 here. So the pipeline poker, the Hui backdoor shootout, right now has got Mason, Zeke, John, and Eli as our top 4 individual competitors, and the teams we've also got, we'll bring you the top 4.
Yeah.
Well, we just give you the whole order for 8 teams.
You know, Quicksilver was in there. The last 2 days, they performed very well from Thursday to Friday. Both their heats very consistent as we have a rider up in Riding Rock.
Yeah, nice green board in that pipeline barrel, but needed that high line exit. You know, some of those have that little high-end squeeze where you got to try to set your line to be elevating as you get to the end of the barrel, which is difficult because your natural gravitational pull when you're in the barrel is to kind of take you downwards. So you got to, you know, fight gravity a little bit and try to get that high line exit. Not easy to do, but when you see it on the entry, you know, we'll start working for it. And he was headed in the right direction.
Headed in the right direction, but the pipe cylinder just changed, and, you know, he got to just contort and adapt into that, something that Dahui Japan in one of their rough heats, their first round, all these men out there, they ended up getting difficult pipe waves, but they ended up slowing it down just enough, using their bodies to contort to slow it down, backdoor pipeline, and get the scores on the board. And that's why sitting in the teams, just roughly, they're sitting in about third place, you know, with Snapped in second and Team Florence in first. So
yeah, so the overall performance is we got Team Florence first place, Team Snapped second place, Team Dahui Japan with 95 points.
Yes,
they're
in third,
rounding the top 3 for team surfing as we watch another free surfer navigate a tricky pipe wave, and he gets out of there smartly. So Team Japan in third, followed by Team Quicksilver in fourth. And it looks like Team Volcom in fifth, with Team Dahui Wax in sixth. The Peruvian Tubos team, our Peruvian surfers, in seventh. And then our Wahine, historic year to have our Wahine participating.
Very historic.
And they've lined it up and said, bro, we'll compete with the guys. We don't need our own category. We'll be right there with them. So they're right now in eighth with Moana Jones carrying that team with her scores. Moana Wong. Got to get used to that.
Yeah, Moana Wong, team captain of her team. You know, she's got people like Bethany Hamilton, Bianca Valenti, Kiala Kenley, Gabriel Villerin, Carissa Moore, Malia Manuel, and
that might
Coco
be a misprint. Gabriel's from
Gabriel's
Peruvios.
Let's move that out of there. But that is her pack, but she uses 4. She has some alternates in there.
Up and riding, rolling in from the outside, but says, oh, bro, I don't know about this inside.
Nice bigger board he was riding.
Yeah, there's a little pipe through the trees right there.
Oh, this guy's been sitting on the inside, getting those inside corners. Not easy, Rock, to play the inside under all the guys sitting on the outside, because that's where you can get dirty lickings.
Yeah, some of the waves that we've seen this morning were breaking out near the horizon beyond third reef. So this swell is still super healthy. And if you're sitting on that inside, you got to worry about those big ones coming from the outside. And you get caught in on a day like today. It could be broke board, broke leash, all pow. But we're sitting here on the porch of the OG Volcom House.
Thanks for having us, gang.
Ez and Rock, and thanks for tuning in on Surfline. I know, there's been a lot of chatter about the swell, a lot of anticipation. And
plenty
us too,
swell, Rock.
You were here bright and early. I don't know how the guy who lives the farthest gets here the fastest.
I'm a frothy Grom. I'm here.
He is on it.
Yeah. It's listening to the surfers discuss everything, It's funny because, in surfing we have a lot of chiefs. Everybody knows their thing, so I pick and choose what everybody says. We're waiting for Uncle Eddie, the boss man. Once they finish their meeting, a lot of people on our awesome sponsor Surfline are looking at Thursday as just a day of brilliance. But you never know. That's why every day we check in here at the house, watch the, play for plays.
Ooh.
Check in with Salt Air Studios and get this thing going.
Yeah, looks like one of the Groms found a shoulder to hop on.
Oh, I like that view.
Taking off deep.
This guy
not going to get much there, but you can see the wave quality still there with the calm winds right now.
Yes,
but there's
Pipeline is
definitely
here.
winds on the way. And they're on the
Pipeline is
buoy.
here. We got
Oh,
a
there's
local
a
boy,
local charger.
dragging arm. Almost gets in there. But, I feel, Rock, that they did make a good call because, we just started and, it would only be 15 minutes into the first heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here we
look
go.
at that. Ooh,
In and out. Just when I was going to say there was no high scoring waves, this Grom has been busy on the inside.
Yeah, bro. He's stoked.
Yeah, I think he was stoked on that one, ready for breakfast, as you could see from his body language.
Yeah.
He's like, dude,
Like,
I just threaded
gonna
that one.
pull into a
I am
barrel.
going to the bakery.
Well, there's the Pipeline Bakery has been serving up a lot of donuts already
This is
this
one
morning.
of our Japan team surfers. Boom, under the curtain. Got
Wow.
all foamy. See?
That's
I'm telling
number 2
you.
for him already.
These guys disappear,
That
contort.
might be. I wonder if that's Ryaru Ito because
I believe it is. I've heard you call him a few times.
He has been performing consistently. He's got
And
2
he's
sevens
been putting up
and
some
a
big
6.5 and a
scores for his
6.
team.
So he's currently in the top 4 right now. Or he's just outside the top 4. I think he's in 5th place with that lineup of Mason. Well, talk about good company for a newcomer like Ryaru Ito. We haven't seen his name very much, from the past, so he's definitely busting onto the scene.
Oh, big time.
As we see one of our bodyboarders, or we affectionately sometimes refer to them as spongers. Somebody got to scrub the reef, bro.
Hey, are you saying that because Mr. Kaino McGee is in here? Brother Kaino McGee, one of the best at it.
All in affection.
Hey, this morning somebody got a really good triple spitter this morning when, there's barely nobody out and we're assessing the conditions. And now, as you can see, Pipeline is packed.
It is,
Everybody's,
man. It's like sardines out there.
Yeah. Some people are
hard
just grazing the inner circle very gently.
Check out this replay from the couple waves ago. The Grom shoulder hopping. He's like, yeah, I got one at Pipe.
I remember when you were a shoulder hopper, Grom, and then not too
Such
long
a shoulder
after
hopper.
that, all you guys were out there.
Yeah, we had a little crew of us that were just trying to push each other and sneak in a little more to the peak, and that was led by the Irons boys that
all you guys
came over from Kauai, and they just showed us how to surf our break here.
Sean Riley's little brother did the same thing. Baby Kalani Chapman, when he was a little guy. I mean, I was like, wow, he's going out, huh? Another pipe specialist. Been seeing him come into the yard a few days. And, thank you, Volcom, for having us. I still believe that is the highest scoring, and I got to throw it up there. Balaram Stack with the 11.
Yeah.
Dahui, a prestige event. We are the only event from 0 to 12 points capacity.
And I'm glad you brought him up because he does have the single highest wave score of the whole event. That was a bomb that is near Dahui perfection at an 11.
And, that's some of the reason why we're off, because we are looking for 12-point capability.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what's cool about this event, too, as I check out one of our judges, Dingo
Morrison,
I wanted to say Morrison down there.
Dean
and
Morrison.
We've got a sick lineup of judges with
Legend.
Dingo, Barton Lynch, Flynn Novak, the main 3 judges, and those guys know a lot about this place.
I hope I'm as frothy as Barton Lynch. I heard he's surfing amazing still, too. I mean, the guy is just full of positive energy.
Yeah.
He's watched his industry just change. And he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like little things like, you can touch on like respect and etiquette, but he is just up, out, happy.
Yeah, and I think he was, obviously part of that super crucial evolution of the professional surfing sport from, the 70s into the 80s and then into the early 90s. It was changing so fast. Board design, criteria, judging criteria, all of that was just continuing to morph and to make it what it is today. And that was just an awesome era.
And I never forget. That's why I always take a look on the past. I know we're moving forward so much, There's so much surfing saturation.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to surf, but before you get into a sport, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when you're driving,
Get
sometimes
some read the report.
you gotta check the rearview mirror
Yeah.
and look what came before you first. But Pipeline is still providing.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, it's one thing that's timeless is this wave of Pipeline that you go back even further to the iconic shot of Greg Knoll. I know he passed recently. Our thoughts and just positive vibes are with the family and those guys on those huge boards. No leash, trying to conquer this wave or trying to surf in this wave with this wave. Like we talked about, you never try to battle the ocean. Just try to work with it and be in sync with it. But gosh, equipment back then, those guys were just nutballs.
I know, no leash, no nothing. I mean, their era was, they would go rage in town like every male surfer does, and then go out and charge the next day, and then leave their surfboards on the wall at Makaha, go back into town, come back out there. Their boards are still there. I mean, what a pioneer era that was.
So
Greg
fun.
Knoll,
Amazing.
Backdoor.
Oh, somebody got burned.
Oh,
and somebody got barreled.
I was just going to say from that aerial shot, one of those guys, hey, man, move away from your friend. Give him some breathing room. We're still in this COVID time, I mean.
Yeah, no social distancing at the lineup at Pipe. It is well within 6 feet, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Not sure who that was behind and in front, but two regular footers going for the same wave. And
you can tell the alpha males out there, they're just, nobody's sitting near them.
Right. Yeah, they're the ones that have some space.
Yeah.
But we did have some longboard surfing, which was great to watch. And it was Kaniela Stewart. I want to say congrats to Kaniela for winning the Hui Backdoor Shootout longboard session.
And to all their finals.
And the stand-up paddle. It was none other than Zane Schweitzer taking the top spot, taking out
what a performance
Riggs
by
Napoleon in second, taking out Kai Lenny in third. We had Mo Freitas out there, Kainoa McGee, and Clay Everline. But congrats, Kaniela, and congrats to Zane.
Yep. And, out of those two guys, Rock, I never got to call the longboard much, but Zane Schweitzer, Kaniela Stewart, my hat's off to you. And Zane Schweitzer, I got to watch, his semifinal heat and his final heat with you. That guy is a straight hustler.
Yeah.
They didn't have the best conditions, like you're telling me about the winds, breathing on it and stuff, but he was just making it happen.
Well, he was ready for whatever Pipe was going to throw at him. If it was a barrel, he's going to pull in. If it's a crumbly lip, he's going to nail it.
Exactly.
So that adaptability, I think, was crucial in him getting that win. So good job, Zane.
Also,
good job, Kaniela.
Kaniela, breaking his Thunderbolt that day. He got another board. He got out there, but you could just tell watching Kaniela's body language, he was busy. His mind was on the prize, and then he got that amazing barrel in front of you guys.
Right. Yeah, and
spit out.
His technique, what he was doing on the longboard was
he's
definitely, he's a tall, lanky kid and had to contort his body to fit in some of these barrels.
But so much style, amazing. Like his brother, too. They're just like feet close together. Oh, nice
grabbing
pipe
it
wave.
From the takeoff and then let's go.
I really like that let go of rail.
Yeah.
Kind of, what Mr. Irons has given us. Let go of that rail, stand tall. We might see a replay on that one. That Grom got an amazing wave. He's stoked, too, by his body language paddling out. He's all,
little extra pep in the paddle.
If I was in the Backdoor Shootout in this heat, I am leading right now.
Yeah, that's nice technique right there. Grabbing it and then letting it go because he knew it was going to speed up a little bit and wanted to make sure he made it. Well done.
Yeah, Rod. When you guys are regular foot and let go of the rail, there's a lot of, or any backside barrel, there's a Jedi-esque to it.
Yeah, one of the guys that from our generation, I really liked to watch do that, and I believe I don't know if, he brought it back or made it so popular. Bruce Irons loved doing that. He would grab and then just stand, let go, and I noticed after that a lot of other younger
Yeah.
kids, like kind of emulating that. But Brucey, he was doing that let go in the barrel.
And
That was
let's not
pretty
forget
sick.
about Mace. Those grabs that he's doing in the barrel and his
switch
laybacks
grabs,
and
yeah.
his switch grabs. The guy has been busy innovating the whole legacy.
So we're going to bring you the action for a few more minutes. Thank you guys for watching on Surfline, and really appreciate the Salt in Air Studios. You see their little bug on the top left of your screen there. Salt in Air Studios, Mike Prickett, and all of the
Big
crew
time.
that is set up on the beach. Got the drone flying, got the different angles for the beach cams. Awesome work, and
Good job, guys.
been
Defend
fun.
Hawaii.
Yeah,
I
been
didn't see
fun
those
to,
brothers this morning yet, but Defend Hawaii, one of our big sponsors this year with Keiki Bungalows. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and when you have something as special and as beautiful as Hawaii, it needs protection. It needs defending. As we watch J.O.B., I believe.
Oh, I just seen him this morning.
And he missed the first couple days. I think he was doing some promotional touring.
I know these guys alternate. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. He's
he
always
was,
busy promotional touring.
We had
Stay
Kala
psyched.
Grace stepping in for Jamie, but he's back, ready for action. So checking out the drone shot of the pipeline lineup. We're going to step away in a little bit, in a couple minutes, so we want to leave you guys with more action to watch on the cams. Thank you to Jonathan Warren and Kevin Wallace over at Surfline.
Surfline.
Bang up forecasting, providing live content for surfers around the world that, this is the epicenter. And if you can't be here live, the next best thing is to tune into Surfline.
Yeah.
And, check out the action. So we appreciate you guys sticking around for
Big
our
time.
local kind banter and
Yeah.
pipeline podcast action while we see these guys charging. And you see a
believe
little
that was,
bit of that sea breeze that's starting to affect the lip a little bit. So leaning towards probably a good call of a no-go. And when you have that specific eye, you can see when the wave is barreling down the line, the little bit of crumbliness, even though you see that ehukai, that salt spray coming off the top, making it look offshore. At the end of the barrel, you'll see these little faint crumbles.
Here we go. As this guy just gets out of a real, could be a decent score.
And I'm probably being a little hypercritical of the wave because knowing it so well, I can see that starting to go. But look at that Grom, just grab it and stay in it like a
good
man.
ones for him in the last 10 minutes, plus 3 waves before that was Hawaii's own Ezekiel Lau.
Check out that style right there.
Is a
That's
good
just knifing the rail in.
Who is that? Is that Ivan?
And looks to be.
Yep.
That might be the correct call.
So steezy.
But you can see on the end of these barrels, there's just that little faint crumble that only from watching this wave and being a part of this wave like us for decades is you're able to see that. I mean, to the, non-suspecting viewer, it looks like pretty epic, near-perfect pipeline on some of these waves.
It does.
And there are moments, but the good call to anticipate the forecast of those winds on the buoys. They are blowing from the west, and once they come, it's tough. You have to call it off.
Any house that you're standing at, even if you're over at Ehukai Beach Park, the view is different. Things always change as you move down. The degrees of where your eyeballs check the waves are, That's why, surfers, you see them plant everywhere to go check out the surf.
Oh, there's a stoked guy on the inside. He's like, bro, I just want to get one at pipe.
Yeah,
Say
there's some frothy guys out there right now, guys.
Tell everybody that I surfed pipe today.
Oh, yeah, pipe's doing it.
A little bit of bragging rights.
Definitely drink a monster
and
get out there.
A little series of sets to take us to
Look
the
at this.
8:30 zone. Here
Gator
at Hawaiian
paddling
time.
into this. Here we go. Mikey from Volcom House.
And that wave prior in the pipe barrel, that was Mikey O'Shaughnessy, because I look up, I see Jamie standing on the porch over here. So that was Mikey Boy, I think, prior, and Mikey Boy just then.
Yeah.
And
No stranger to packing bombs
oh,
over here.
bro,
Right in
with
front
a
of his
winter
balcony.
winner. That boy is a charger. Inside wave. That looks like Brother Reef just trying to get some feet in the wax.
Reef, great performance in his first round with Quicksilver. He packed a bomb for sure. And he came out a characteristic. Couple waves that he caught. He had some giant backside snaps, too.
Yeah.
First wave of this morning on our free surf rock was Benji Brand.
Double B.
Yeah.
And a little bit of friendly fire right there.
Oh, Bernski. I enjoyed this one, Rock.
Yeah, well done.
Grom packed 2 nice ones.
Another backdoor little barrel on the inside. But, man, if you just get 1 or 2 waves out here, you're super stoked.
Oh, yeah.
The classic phrase is, it only takes 1. And that surfer right there that just got that pipe barrel is super stoked.
It only takes 1. Why you gotta be greedy, man?
Yeah, but that's the addiction of pipeline.
Oh,
it's like
big
once
time.
you get one like that, you're like, oh man, that was too short. I gotta have that again. So we'll say mahalo, we'll say aloha. Until next time on Surfline.com for the Hui Backdoor Shootout. Ezra Rodriguez right here, Rocky Cannon, Isaiah Walker, Kainoa McGee, all of us going to be bringing you the next day's action.
Yes,
Stay tuned to Surfline. That's how you know when we go. Take care, you guys. Have a great week. Aloha and mahalo.
Got a large, long period swell heading towards the Divide Islands this weekend. Made a 60-foot face at an exposed platform.